afternoon, everyone. Welcome to I feel like I'm on weekend update with my pen. Welcome to a very special video. As you can see from the twinkling lights, we are nearing the holidays, and so I thought I would come in and give you some like last minute gift ideas. I guess, there's still time. These are very simple gifts. There's really nothing on this list that's very super expensive or anything that's too big. These are more kind of simple last minute gift ideas, something to maybe put in a stocking, to just things that aren't too crazy that I would love to receive, that I think are thoughtful and great. Sorry if I seem a little crazed. I just finished shooting a video about trying a bunch of Nespresso, so I am on one right now, but we're gonna do this video anyways, so strap in, get out your notepad because I'm about to hit you with some ideas. Okay, so these are going to be broken down into category, which you will find out in a second. So, number one, the first category is just simple gifts for everyone, things that everyone could use. Number one, a great book from a local gift store. Don't go out and order people books off of Amazon this season. Let's really support our local bookstores. I know that they're hurting right now. So for example, this is Watchmen by Alan Moore. This would be a great gift to give someone who's never read it. I mean, literally any book. And I think it's super sweet to give someone a book and say when I read this, I thought of you because of X, Y, and Z. I loved this book so much. I wanted to share it with you, and I wanted to discuss it with you. I personally love receiving books as gifts, especially I love getting books from friends, and I don't know, it's such a fun, special experience to share stories with people and to, just have that experience. So a great book from a local bookstore, if you can, is a great gift, I think. Second one, this one might be kind of random and you're like, why are you suggesting this to me? But I swear it's a great gift. Literally just a good water bottle. This is a hydro flask. My sister got this for me. Let me just take a swig. My sister got this for me literally just kind of randomly. She was like, oh, I'm gonna get you a hydro flask, and I was like, okay. But honestly, this has been such a great gift. I feel like disposable water bottles are often kind of a cheap plastic, or they're just this is hardcore. You could use this as a weapon if you wanted to. Not saying I'm advocating for that, but you could if you wanted to. And so just having something that's sturdy, it's nice, it's quality, you're gonna use it all the time. It keeps your water cold. I love it. I use it all the time. And the last item in this category are disposable cameras. I feel like these are kind of a trend right now, but a couple years ago, my best friend Anna got me some as a going away gift. And I took a bunch of pictures throughout my year when I was an au pair, and getting them developed is so much fun because there's so many pictures that you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot that this happened, or maybe you're drunk and you forgot that you did that, and it's just such a fun little snapshot into memories that you kind of forgot about, and also it's nice because you can't look back and edit them or be like, oh my gosh, it looks so ugly, delete it. There's none of that, and it's so fun, and it's fun to print a physical picture. So super fun. If you wanted to throw something else in, you could throw in maybe a photo album. That would be amazing. A great idea. So my next idea are gifts. My next ideas are gifts for staying home. So obviously, you guys, we are in a pandemic right now. Perhaps some of you have forgotten, but we all should be, I think, just spending a lot more time at home. So these are a few great gifts for that, I think. Number one, a board game. Who doesn't love a good board game? If you go over to a friend's house and you're like, hey, I want to play a board game, so much fun. Have a little game night, perhaps just a few of you at home, if you're able to do that in your area. I love Rummikub. It's strategy. It's if you've never played Rummikub, I would 10 out of 10 recommend. Such a fun game, and just getting someone some board games I think is a great idea. to help them like pass the time and things like that. So my next idea, which like, you know, like know your audience a little bit on this, but just like some nice watercolors, some paints, something to help them pass the time. If someone got me watercolors and like a notepad, I would be through the roof ecstatic. I feel like painting is one of those things that you don't think of doing it very often, but then when you sit down to do it, you're like, wow, this is so fun and relaxing. So perhaps just a few paints. And the last idea for gifts for kind of staying home and social distancing is a weighted blanket. These are crazy times, guys. A lot of us have anxiety and fears and we can't sleep and whatever. Weighted blankets are supposed, which it's literally exactly what it sounds like, a weighted blanket. It's supposed to really help with anxiety and like relaxing and things like that. And I've actually looked online and it looks like there's a pretty big range of prices, so you are able to kind of like find something within your budget is the word I'm looking for. Once again, like who wouldn't want to receive a weighted blanket? I think it's a great idea. Whatever. These are very random categories. I'm very sorry. I kind of thought of this spur of the moment. But my next category is for someone who enjoys a good libation. For someone who enjoys a drink every now and again. So my first gift idea would be one of those, okay, so if you're like person, for example, my brother loves, like a, what's the name of the drink? An old fashioned. Oh my god. Okay, so my brother loves like an old fashioned or like a whiskey or something. So one of those ice cube trays that makes like the big whiskey, like ice cubes, like the big thick ones, or even more fun, like the circle ice cubes that you can, so the person can make themselves like a nice drink. I think that it just makes you feel like super fancy and something actually pretty simple. I mean, it's literally ice, but something to just give your life a little bit of spice in these days. Okay, so my next idea is for people who enjoy a good libation. This could also work for someone who loves coffee. Glass straws. If you've never drank out of a glass straw, you just feel so like regal, and I don't know, there's just something about the texture of the straw. Like paper straws, like no thanks. I would rather have no straw, but a glass straw, they just like, they look beautiful. Like the drink, it just tastes better with a glass straw. So once again, like if someone, I don't know, maybe if they liked like a good gin and tonic or a Moscow Mule with a glass straw. Are you kidding me? That would be amazing. So yeah, glass straws, I will maybe put up a picture or link them or whatever, but I think they would just be such an amazing idea. I would love to have some glass straws. I could buy some, but you know, this video is not about that. They're so useful. Amazing idea. Pat myself in the back. My last idea for the person who loves a good libation is just some good booze. This works especially well if you have, for me, like a brother or a sibling who's in college. Maybe they don't like splash out on nice alcohol that often. So literally just getting someone like a nice bottle of alcohol is such a nice gift, because that's literally the definition of like something they wouldn't normally buy themselves that they probably really appreciate. When they open it and they drink it, they're gonna be like, oh, this is so nice. Oh, my sister got this, my friend got me this for Christmas, like super nice. Yeah, just some good booze. And if you're going to a holiday party this year, perhaps bring over something, you know, maybe a little bit nicer than usual, and if it's within your budget. And I think it's just super memorable, and it just shows that, I don't know, I just think it's a nice gesture every now and again. Okay, so this next category is very random also, but for the yogi in your life, for the person who loves yoga or perhaps just doing home workouts, actually that would be even a better category, / yoga. For the person who just loves like doing home workouts, and it could be yoga, this is probably the priciest item on this list, depending on the weighted blanket, but it's a yoga mat. So I have a Lululemon yoga mat that is this kind of really cool tie-dye pattern. Basically every yoga studio I've been to in the States especially, they all have Lululemon yoga mats, and it's because honestly they just like do it the best. I mean, you don't slip around, you don't slide around when you're trying to do yoga, you know, which can be very annoying. So I would just like really recommend a Lululemon mat. I mean, like I'm sure there are some other really good brands out there, so comment down below if you know of any other good yoga mat manufacturers. But for me, I love my mat. It's really good quality. It was expensive, I will say though, but it was like one of the best investments I made in myself during the first quarantine, so I could like do yoga in here and not be sliding around. And so my next category is for the traveler. This is also a gift I received that I thought was super thoughtful and super nice, and this is a nice notebook. So before I went to go be an au pair once again, my friend Kiri got me a super nice like leather notebook, which once again I would have never bought that for myself. And I think that it was another one, but then she got me this one also. And I think there's just something about having like a beautiful notebook that makes you be like, oh my gosh, I really want to write in that, to journal and to keep your memories. And honestly, journaling during my au pair year was one of the best things that I've ever done. I'm so happy I kept it because, yeah, so I kept like super detailed journals every day. Now I can look back on those memories. So definitely if you know anyone, I mean, well, okay, there's not a lot of travelers right now, but even just for anyone who's like maybe expressed interest in starting to journal or something, like getting them a beautiful journal is such a fun way to like inspire people to write. So this is my last category, and it's not like a category, it's a very specific gift, but this one I have to give a big shout out to my friend Kira because she got me this for my birthday this year, and it was such a fantastic idea. So amongst some other like small gifts, I don't want to like reveal what was written too much, but okay, so Kira got me, and this is another one of those gifts where it's like know your audience, like if they're gonna be like excited to receive this as a gift. I was. So basically what Kira did was she got me 5, and the other 3 are around here. They're in different places. So Kira got me 5 crystals, and then she wrote me this like beautiful card. Basically it was like a guide saying like the meaning for each crystal, and then she wrote a hot tip underneath every one. Place in your third eye during shavasana, because we both like love to do yoga and stuff, and it basically personalized every crystal for things that I like kind of needed help with or assistance. And if you just want to show someone that you like really know them, you care about them, you care about their well-being, you want them mentally to be okay, this is just such a thoughtful gift. And I don't think you need to spend like buku bucks. I mean, you can if you want. You could go buy a huge crystal for someone, but I mean, it's so thoughtful, especially writing a card explaining like why you chose these crystals for them, like how to use them, and then also they're just beautiful. I mean, they look really cute. Yeah, so I thought that was such a good idea. So shout out to Kira for a great gift idea. You guys should totally use it for the holidays. I thought it was great. Okay, so that wraps up my very random gift giving, what's the word I'm looking for? Video about holiday gift giving, last minute gifts, simple gifts, easy, no big deal, not too expensive, I hope. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a happy holidays. Let me know what you guys are gifting this season, and I'll see you next time. Doodles!